Jeffrey Hawkins, and the Lagos State Resident Electoral Commissioner Akin Orebi. The treaty aims at promoting peaceful participation in the 2015 election and beyond.
We pledge that we will, before the elections, on election day, and post-election, ensure that we do nothing to make Lagos burn. Party structure to talk to the party leadership and also up to the world level to ensure that everything that we say, we really mean it and we do it.
Initiator of the deal, United States Ambassador to Nigeria, James Whistle, said his country is interested in the safety of
the U.S. supports the Nigerian people in their quest for credible, transparent, non-violent election that they want and that they deserve. That is who we support.
Representatives of the Christian and Muslim faith also promised to take the message of peace to their congregation and urged candidates to focus on issues rather than provocative utterances. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abapuya, NTA News.
Different ethnic groups from the southern part of Nigeria living in Lagos have joined millions of other party supporters in mobilizing support for the re-election of President Christ. Abdullahi Mohammed reports.
They are people from diverse cultural background, but united in expressing their unrelenting support for the re-election of President Goodluck Jonathan through one voice.
If your son is outside and he wants the re-election, if it's within the law, definitely we will support him.
In one voice, we are trying to see that we encourage ourselves that unanimous decision we are going to vote in.
To stretch our hand of fellowship to other ethnic groups, for them to see with us the reason for Jonathan to have this throughout the election period.
The group's commitment in advocating for a peaceful and successful election is as a result of the belief in the positive impact made by President Goodluck Jonathan's transformation agenda.
The only way to market a president like Jonathan is to show Nigerians the transformation agenda.
He is the only president who has done so many things in such a short time in the history of this country. So we're here to support him, to let people know what he has done. He has been so humble in being quiet about all his achievements.
The ethnic group also commended the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) on the postponement of the elections. In Lagos, Abdullah Mohammed, NTA News.
Full implementation of the recommendations of the National Conference has now become a key issue as Nigerians get set for general elections this year. Key stakeholders in the southwest zone of Nigeria say the implementation of the conference recommendations must be a key issue for consideration in re-electing the next president of Nigeria. Digido has the details.
The National Conference recommendations, as explained by a member of the conference and a PDP chieftain, Chief Olabodejo,
that is the kind of person that we should allow to go and implement them. And our party has adopted all the reports.
The Pan-Yoruba Cultural Group, Afenifere, holds a similar view. The publicity secretary of the group, who also doubles as the convener of the Transition Resurgent Group, says the process leading to the election of the president and other political positions must be transparent and devoid of skilled manipulation in favor of any section of the country. They also reacted to the postponement of the general elections, but
if the anomalies that characterize the shoddy preparations are not rectified.
Please, card reader. In Lagos, for example, we have almost 9,000 polling units. If one doesn't work, what happens to those in that particular polling unit?
They advised INEC to ensure maximum distribution of permanent voter cards and have adequate contingency plans for the deployment of card readers for the general elections. In Lagos, Digido, NTA News.
Have called on the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to ensure that all eligible registered electorates get their permanent voter cards before the election days. They made a call at a forum where vital national issues, including the general elections, were discussed. Musa Toliat completes the report.
The Patriots noted that since national interests demand effective presidential leadership as a condition for good governance, Nigerians must work in concert with relevant authorities to ensure that the forthcoming elections are devoid of ethnic and religious sentiments. in a communique read at the end of the shift in election dates, but insist that the security of INEC officials and ad hoc staff must be guaranteed come March 28 and April 11.
The chairman of INEC, he mentioned 600,000 youth corpers and so on involved, whose security has to be guaranteed. He mentioned their own permanent staff, a lot of the voters themselves, the electorate. The security of all these people is involved.
The leader of the Patriots,
political parties, to henceforth conduct issues-based campaign, informing the people of their programs for economic growth and good governance and the improvement of the welfare of the people.
INEC now has to buckle up its efforts and make sure that at least you have well over 90-95% of completion with regards to the PVC, since it's one of the reasons,
accomplished through a new constitution and not by the amendment of the 1999 constitution. In Lagos, Musa Soliat, NTA News.
Nigerians have been urged to eschew violence and play their part in ensuring that Nigeria remains indivisible and peaceful. The call was made by a group of Nigerians who are advocating a peaceful election with a slogan, "Vote, not hate." Ablai Mohammed reports.
The major concern of the group is how to abate. The group says it should be a collective effort by all Nigerians to ensure a peaceful election and the need for the contestants to accept the verdict of the elections in good faith.
Me, I'm a good Jonathan person because I have seen what he has done. Some other people have ruled this country before, and I was an adult when they ruled this country, and I saw what they did, and I can compare between the two. And I said, give this man a chance. Let him complete what he has.
A minute silent was also observed by the group in honor of those who lost their lives in the...
Begin to feel that pain of those people in the northeast. I think then we'll know we're Nigerians.
Whoever wins the election, the group says, should accept the people's verdict gallantly by respecting the wishes of Nigerians. In Lagos, Abdullah Mohammed, NTA News.
For Nigeria to preserve her democracy, members of the Oodua Democratic Coalition say Nigerians must unite and shun acts capable of tarnishing the image of the country. This was their view at the 7th President Goodluck Jonathan's re-election. The report. The guest speaker, Special Advisor to the President on Niger Delta Affairs, Kingsley Kuku, in his remark, noted that for Nigeria to sustain her democracy, it is the collective responsibility of all to uphold values that will facilitate the desired transformational change.
The Southwest brought democracy to Nigeria in 2011. You made us to win in Lagos. You made Jonathan to win in Ogun. You made him to win in Oyo. You made
When corruption is tackled and leaders held accountable.
It is good for a country to have a continuity under democracy. Then we can advance, and that will move us forward.
Sustainability of democracy in Nigeria has to do with Nigerians coming together to understand the pros and cons of democracy, to be solved by the people and for the people and from the people. We need to come together, to cooperate together, to work together as one Nigerian and really focus on development.
The special advisor to the president also advised members of the Oodua group to ensure that they collect their permanent voter cards. This, he says, will bring about the re-election of President Goodluck Jonathan. The conference attracted members of the Oodua community within and outside Lagos. We take a break now. When we return, more stories for you. Join us again.
Show yourself all these years. I just did look you. This time you go know the kind of person where
I've been the watch as you dey try scatter my future.
The future where I dey try organize for myself small. Now you dey try kill abi?
Not to kill, scatter and destroy my powers always the agenda abi? Oh, but you know fit not this time.
I don't set my own agenda.
I know how way your agenda go fit pass my head.
Just vote.
Set the agenda for this election. No violence, just vote.
Now why you no carry her go clinic?
Na the money for the delivery materials I go hustle.
Anyway, things don't change you. You go follow us come, make you go see.
Sorry.
Yeah, take the mama kit. All the things where they need to born pikin dey inside. Everything na free, plus all the medicine when woman will get belle need to born pikin. Na government dey provide them through Shopee to seriously reduce the number of mama plus pikin wey dey kpeme for our small hospital. Plus, na expert when they help women, go help you born, and if emergency shele, they go arrange sharply, carry you go general hospital.
Husband, no more darling. Make we join hand support our pregnant women them, so that they will go register.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching NTA News at 7. The Nigerian Navy says it is ready to work with sister security agencies to ensure peace during and after the general elections. The flag officer commanding Naval Training Command, Rear Admiral Babatunde Egbesin
and Naval Training Commands in Lagos began at about 6:30 in the morning. The officers marched from NNS Kura Parade Ground to Ojoelegba in Surulere. At the end of the march, the flag officer commanding NAVTRAC explained that the exercise is an expression of their preparedness to tackle any form of security threat.
There will be no form of in society negate our nation's development. So we hope that this would sound a warning for those who seek to cause havoc, mayhem in our territory.
The FOC also reiterated the Nigerian Navy's position in ensuring peace during the 2015 elections.
Specifically, our personnel have been going through one form of capacity building with respect to their conduct and with the public.
More than 1,000 officers and ratings of the Nigerian Navy were involved in the Roots March. In Lagos, Lane Lenake, NTA News.
Individuals and corporate organizations have been advised to initiate developmental programs that will help to empower Nigerian youths, since government cannot do it alone. Raising ceremony in Lagos. Ken Igwelue has details.
These women are from the Lagos Archdiocesan Council of Catholic Women Organization and their friends. They have one thing in common: fundraising for the establishment of a skill acquisition center.
We need a lot of people to acquire skills, to learn jobs, to be able to learn one trade or the other that will help to use to help themselves.
But also be employers of labor.
Village women and our youths. It doesn't matter whether you're a Catholic or not, just come and learn something so that in future you have something to hold on to, not just, white collar job. And the government can do everything for us.
And women and youths can be trained so that when they are useful to themselves, they'll be useful to their families, they'll be useful to the Lagos state, and then they'll be useful to our country, Nigeria, as a whole.
Of things. So you can imagine that these are the things that make money for people, but make small businesses come alive. And so you can use that to sort yourself out while you're looking for a white collar job. And even with a white collar job, it's a fallback. It brings more money to the family and more to the economy. So I think it is a vision well conceptualized.
The center, when completed, will have an entrepreneur development unit, creative and vocational news.
The long-awaited movie Selma has been premiered in Lagos. Elizabeth Omori, who was at the Rock Cathedral, watched the movie and brought back this report.
And away from the hot stories, the movie in 1965.
Looks like an army out there.
revolution goes on and on. My eyes have seen the glory.
The award-winning American historical drama was produced in 2014. It was directed by Ava DuVernay and written by Paul Webb, as well as Ava DuVernay. The star of the movie, David Oyelowo, who played Martin Luther King Jr., told NTA News that the drama frowns at different forms of violence in our nation.
What Dr. King was preaching, what he was advocating for before he was cut down in 1968, was the fact that in God's eyes we are all equal. God loves us all, and that love that he has for us is the love that we are to have for one another. And I truly believe
In period, the Rock Foundation, in collaboration with the U.S. mission to Nigeria, decided to premiere the movie. This, they say, is to allow Nigerians see the essence of fostering peace in the nation.
We are using this movie Selma to speak to and embed in the consciousness of all Nigerians the benefits of employing non-violent methods to achieve a credible transition in a peaceful atmosphere devoid of fear-stoked action.
He conveyed one thing very clearly in my opinion. It was the fact that refusing to engage in violence is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength, it's a sign of dignity. That is the message that I think he exemplified in my country.
Selma featured award-winning acts such as Oprah Winfrey, David Oyelowo, Carmen Ejogo, Cuba Gooding Jr., Andre Holland, among others.
The lessons I got from the film is just that violence does not solve anything.
This is a new step at the 87th Academy Awards.
We will not tolerate agitators attempting to orchestrate a disturbance in this state.
It is unacceptable that they use their power to keep us voiceless.
And that's it on Entertainment News. My name is Elizabeth Omori.
Many thanks, Elizabeth. Enter sports now. Africa Cup of Nations comes to an end with
of Abidjan as the Ivorian national team emerged African champions the first time in 23 years. In the epic final played on Sunday, Cote d'Ivoire defeated Ghana by 9-8 via penalties after 120 minutes of impressive football that resulted to no goal. Meanwhile, analyst says the Elephants were lucky to have won.
Ghana was not that fortunate because they played better. They had a better compact team, young, talented, but what can you say?
Elebole has directed the national senior women team, the Super Falcons, to resume camp immediately in preparation for forthcoming events. Elebole said the delay in resuming camping for the Super Falcons was because the African champions already have a team in place and will not need to go through screening. Over 290 school kids are participating in the first Kids and Play Athletics program, an after-school sports initiative which aims at building healthier and strong future athletes.
Athletics has 9 disciplines. So the 9 disciplines in athletics.
Kids and Play is for the ages of 10 and 14 with sports update. Kenan Imabodike, NTA News.
And to end the news, major highlights again. All Progressives Congress, APC, and People's Democratic Party, PDP, gubernatorial candidates in Lagos have signed a peace pact. Eminent Nigerians say implementation of the national conference is crucial for national development. That's NT News at 7.